Okay, so one way that you can start helping the lumbar spine feeling tight there and traction, like looks like you're needing to do is here to do what we call gluteal bridges. You're in this supine knees up position, and just to make sure your pelvis is in the right place, I want you to tilt it forward. Okay? Now come back and tilt it backwards and excessively. Now find neutral, right? Now from here, you want to lift your hips up using just lift your hips up into a bridge position, keeping that neutral tilt. If anything, making it tilt backwards. Okay? And now if you come up past this point, you start to get that arch in your back, you start to engage other things. We don't really want to do that. But if you come back down, and again, keep that tilt. So come up. Now, in this position, see if you can tilt your pelvis backwards, into a backwards tilt, and lengthen your lumbar with that. You noticing anything there? Any traction through there? Come up and down, slowly. Now it's not always there, but sometimes the lumbar gets stuck in such a way that this really gets at them. And it can be a great way to start tractioning things apart. Now, if it's not there, it's not there.
Some achy.
What's that?
Some achy.
Some achy?
Or in the LS joint.
So this can be a good position to just kind of gently traction and open and twist through that area and unstick it. You can't always do this standing. You can't always do it hanging. So here's another way that you might be able to do it. And if you do find that sense of pulling through your spine, your lumbar spine, or sacrum or whatever in there, stay with that for a bit. Slowly let that come unglued and open. It will probably ache and hurt, but also feel kind of good and needed.
Kind of feels like it's going down and wrapping around the tailbone.
Yeah. You'll start finding your own particular patterns of restriction. Now this is hard to stay with for 3-5 minutes. But gently move through that without losing the traction, kind of up and down, back and forth. Get in that spot where you feel it and kind of move it around and pull it open gently. And gradually then lower back down to the floor. Gonna have to put in a time lapse or something here.
That feels more open.
Okay. Then you might do things like lower the legs, take one knee. It's going to have to be your left because your right doesn't have room. Take one knee, one leg over, cross over. No, the knee. Lead with the knee. There you go. And reach. Keep the shoulder on the ground. And reach out here and get a low back twist. As you bring your knee up towards your chest, you might even get some pops. Don't force it. If they don't happen easily, don't try for it. don't usually, I mean, that seems like that would be a great position for you to stay in for a little bit, softening and melting through that releasing. But in the interest of time, try the other side. You probably do have room, maybe you need to scoot a little bit. So that can be really helpful. Then come back, twist onto your front, turn onto your front, I suppose,
Face down.
face down. And come up on your elbows and allow this to sag. You might want to pull one hip up into the side and then the other, and just get some movement and extension through the low back. Then you can come up onto all fours, hands and knees, and do cat-cow kind of stuff. If you like, add in twists and bends through the hips and the low back again while you do this. Add in a deep squat or two. It's a good reset to what your back is doing typically.
Okay. A deep squat.
Uh-huh. Heels on the floor. Sinking down into that as far as you can go. That looks like that's improved.
A lot easier than it was last time.
Nice. Yeah, and if you can just plain sit in that, accumulate 7 minutes of sitting like that in a day, that will be very restorative as well.
Yeah, wasn't able to do this last time.
No, you weren't. Even if you have to hold on to something here to help you do it, or sit back against a wall to help you do it. Sink into that. Your ankles will start to open, ankles and calves, the knees will, the hips will start to sink, your low back will start to open.
The low back's already starting to open.
Uh-huh. Another way to gently traction the lumbar spine. Plus it also helps your hips and your knees, all that stuff. Very restorative. I mean, I know we don't functionally need to squat in today's society, but our bodies need us to still be able to, or else they'll be hurting.
I need to be able to squat.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to play with kids and do anything. I mean, it's a basic human movement for a reason.